Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Baron von Strangle reminding you today is New Comic Book Day, and you need to make it into Bearded Comics and Collectibles to get your new books. We are also reminding you that we have lots and lots of toys for little boys and girls who are good and do not need very odd parents like Cosmo and Wanda that are constant thorns in my side. Timmy Turner is constantly making unfound wishes. And if you do not need to make wishes, just come to Bearded Comics and Collectibles and get these very rare and awesome pieces and toys like Pokemon and Magic the Gathering, and also retro toys and Nerdcraft and other items that make good stocking stuffers and awesome toys for Christmas, birthdays, and other casual and awesome events. So make it in as quickly as possible and have a good day, and do not rely on very odd parents to make those wishes come true.
How's that for your Wednesday? Welcome and hello, ladies and gentlemen. Like Baron just said, it is New Comic Book Day, and it's cool. There's some good stuff. But next week is going to be a crazy packed week. Like I said yesterday, it is one of those weeks where they are not going to let us rest. And as a reminder, I have shorter hours on Wednesday. I will be closing at 3 p.m. to make my Yuletide bright and enjoy the the day and a half that I get off to spend with family and my kids. They are definitely looking forward to it. Seeing the eyes glisten every morning, waiting for Christmas to be here. They're already waking up going, is it a weekend yet? Nope. Few more days, baby girl. Few more days. But anyway, yes. So shorter hours on Wednesday. So just make it in as easily and as conveniently as possible for you. Reminder, this week is 10% off everything in the store. So that's new books, that's toys, that's Magic, that's Pokemon, whatever. It's 10% off. So take that into consideration with your Christmas choosings. Okay. Yeah. You ready? Okay, so today, World's Finest, number 46. I grabbed this cover myself. That is a super sick cover. That one's pretty rad too. Facsimile, Sensation Comics, number 38. We have a regular and a foil variant there. Conan the Barbarian, number 27. That one's pretty cool, right? Ghost Pepper, number 6. Catwoman, number 82. These Catwoman covers always get me. They are so good every time. I really wish we had more Catwoman fans. I mean, that's part of what makes these so rare, is just the scarcity of them, because there aren't a lot of Catwoman readers out there. But these covers, man, they are something. Nightwing, number 133. Racer X, number 4. Catacomb of Torment, number 6. Blade Runner, Black Lotus, number 3. This is one of those titles that got delayed quite substantially, actually. Because this story hasn't been out for a number of months, really. G.I. Joe, number 16. They're really ramping up and starting to get into the Transformer G.I. Joe crossover stuff. There's a lot of rumors that they may be bringing in some of the other 80s franchises, such as ROM and Mask and things like that. So if you're an 80s kids or an 80s kid, or a Transformer G.I. Joe fan, do your research and check that stuff out. Exquisite Corpses. What number is that? That is number 8. Gargoyles Demona, number 5. Just grab like one of each of the covers there. Power Fantasy, number 14, moving right along. Detective Comics Facsimile, number 66. This actually came out a couple weeks ago, but all my copies were damaged, so I had them send me new ones. They came in today. This one's actually a pretty special cover. So if you guys don't know, this is the first appearance of Two-Face. Mondo did a poster that you can get on their website of this image, right? And then Mondo did the cover for this book in celebration of that. They've been kind of crossing over with Lunar lately. Sorry, give me a second. I'm pulling my sleeves up. And doing some of these special printings. They did a Swamp Thing 37 First Constantine recently. So that's something. Eat Your Young, this was a replacement. Adventure Time, this is a replacement from the couple weeks ago. King Spawn, number 51. Love that cover. I mean, it's just so grotesque. I mean, look, it's all like bugs and centipedes and stuff. So super rad there. Salmon Twitch, number 20. Now, I'm not collecting this series per se, but that cover is beautiful. And I grabbed one of those. You guys know, I've said it repeatedly, I'm a sucker for virgin covers, black and white covers. And so I had to get me one of those. Superman Unlimited, number 8. That one's super pretty. Today, a much anticipated Youngblood number 2. So if you guys are after Youngblood, let me know ASAP. This one sold out the day that it was released. The number 1 did. I kind of under anticipated it, truth be told. So this one, instead of ordering one of every cover, I ordered 2 of every cover. So you got your manga, the Liefeld edition. There's Tyler Kirkman. And then you got another Liefeld, right? And then I'm not quite sure who that one is. And then another Liefeld. So anyway, Cul-de-sac, number 5. Those of you that are reading that have expressed great interest and approval of that. So that is pretty awesome. Sonia Reborn, number 4. Now this is a big book today because, bam, check that out. Our buddy Stuart Sager, who's been in the store multiple times now, his cover of Red Sonja number 4 got released today. I did grab several of these, so if you want one for your own collection, I suggest letting me know. He may even be here again in 2026. So if you want to get one, have him sign later, I would endorse that decision. KO storyline continuing. Harley Quinn versus Zatanna. Love these covers. I love that these two are facing off. That's a great dynamic, in my opinion. I mean, if there was a Harley Quinn Zatanna book out there, I would read it. I mean, I'll read this one, but if there's an ongoing. And for those of you that aren't familiar with Zatanna, part of her magical powers is that she can talk backwards, and that's what gives her magical powers. So you can see Sai into bat butterflies, and then, yeah, hilarious. Vampirella, number 8. Is it getting cold in here? There's the Nun cover, beautiful cover for the Nun, and your cosplay cover. Dynamite Blood Red, continuing the Vampirella universe and storyline. Rebel Moon Nemesis, number 4. This is another series that got delayed. This was out a long time ago, and number 4 is just now making the shelf. So, Harley Quinn and Elvira, number 3. This is a fun book for those of you that haven't read it. It's quite entertaining. Hectoplasm, number 3. This is the last issue of this series. Walking Dead, number 127. Ooh, smell the flowers. For those of you that know the TV series, that is a hilarious reference. Thundercats Holiday Special 2025. I just grabbed one of each of these, right? Space Ghost, number 6. World Tree, number 17. Superman, the Kryptonian Spectrum. I don't know what he's touching, but it shouldn't do that. Apparently, this is actually a public service announcement. Always wear a glove when dyeing eggs for Easter. I mean, it's a thing. Titans, number 30. Continuing the KO storyline. I'll come back to that one here in a second. Going to show off these covers, right? This is important because that's our buddy, Mark Spears. Yep, Swamp Thing and Cyborg's facing off. Wonder Woman, number 28. Got a few of those, couple few. And we're walking. Oh, before I move on to those, I want to show you something. I know you guys aren't really Barbie fans, but check those out. Those things are beautiful. So, I told you yesterday I was doing laundry. I was cleaning and getting Barbies detailed and prepped and ready. And there you go. They are in my vintage case. These things are something else. I know a lot of guys, or a lot of people, guys in a general term, not the actual male gender. A lot of people don't necessarily collect vintage Barbies, but if you know anybody that do, those are something. So, PM me if you're interested or have any questions. Anyway, moving on to Marvel. We'll come back to that one. Avengers, number 33. Notice the Stitch Silver Surfer cover. I only have 2 of those. Me personally, that's amazing. A nullified Vision, just beautiful concept, beautifully rendered, in my opinion. Mortal Thor with your Alex Ross cover, again with the Stitch, doing Stitch things. That's a pretty cool nullified Thor variant, not gonna lie. And then your King Thor at the bottom of that, right? So those are pretty neat. Black Panther Intergalactic number 1. So this is a new Black Panther series. Yeah. Baby movie but. Everybody say what? What? Okay. Anyway. Strange Tales number 3. With your fun little Hulk cover, right? Kitty variant. Battle World number 4. Nullified Black Cat doing Black Cat things. Your connecting variant at the bottom. Daredevil and Punisher number 2. This series is really heating up. A lot of people are starting to request this and subscribe to it. Said number 1 was a great start. The nullified variant is beautiful. I really resisted on getting one of those myself, but I think I have just enough copies to fulfill subscribers and maybe have 1 or 2 left on the shelf. So I'm leaving it there for you. Planet She-Hulk number 2. This book, so again, they don't show me the covers. Look at that. I only have 1. So the first person to notify me that they want it, it's yours. I only have 1. So keep that in mind. Amazing Spider-Man Torn number 3. Moon Knight 15. Love this cover. Love that cover more. That thing is, yeah, check that out. Look at all the detail in that. I mean, not only the pile of skulls at his feet, but all the Khonshu heads coming off of him, like the symbiote tendrils. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay, and then moving into the remaining X-Men books that are here. This is all number 3s. These are all the capstones of the stories. Here's X-Men 141 homage variant. Very clearly got me on that one because that's my favorite all-time cover. They print that on anything. It is instantly in my hands in my collection. Last Wolverine. Some pretty rad covers here. That's the one I got. Book of Revelation, number 3. That one's okay. That's the one that I got. Notice the A-bomb of skulls in the back. Yeah, horrendous, right? And then even that one's pretty ominous. Omega Kids, number 3. This is kind of a light order. This is not a real big, highly sought after book. So light on that. And then same with Rogue Storm. So those are pretty cool. And then over here, TMNT Journeys number 4. So the continuation of the Volume 4 series getting reprinted. Godzilla Starship. That's pretty cool. Monster High. Casey Jones number 3. Civil War number 5. Jedi Knights number 10.
Lightsaber in my eye it is.
Captain American versus Alien number 2. Now, this series was not highly ordered to begin with. Okay? I asked people if they really wanted it. Not really. So this is a lightly ordered book. However, I had several people asking me for this cover. I only have 2. So I'm sorry if you guys, if you end up not getting one. But yeah, I only ordered a couple. Black Cat number 5. So notice on the top, well, there's a nullified variant. Pretty cool. Not as cool as some of the other ones. This is our buddy Adam Hughes. A lot of his work tends to resell for high dollars. It's just, you know, the way it's rendered, the way it is kind of depicted. Adam Hughes stuff gets picked over quite a bit and collected on as kind of its own subcategory, kind of like people buying Mark Spears covers, you know, Jim Lee covers, that kind of thing. Adam Hughes is one of those people. So if you don't know who he is, do some research on him. Marvel's Ignite number 1. And then today, Absolute Universe, we have Absolute Flash making its way into the store. Oops. And then there's your A cover, right? And then today, the big book for today is Mr. Mark Spears' Monsters number 8. I have 50 copies, right? So there should be enough for everybody to get, you know, what they want, plus some extras. I know some people had pre-ordered like 5, 6, 7 copies. So there should be enough here. Last night, I went through and went ahead and opened, what I opened, 6, I think. Yeah, six books. All of them were different. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. Last time we had the Mark Spears blind bag. We had several people getting duplicates, the same cover over and over. It was a very lousy experience, not gonna lie. A lot of disappointment. You know, luckily, you guys are good and helped each other out and did some trading, so people didn't have multiple covers of the same book. But it still wasn't exactly what we wanted. So, like I said, I opened 6 books last night. All 6 books were different. So that is awesome that kind of ratio, that mix-up did occur. So I'll show off some of the books. I'll come back to that one. Some of the ones that I opened. These are all going to be store copies. So if you guys want one of these specifically, as opposed to a blind bag, or maybe in addition to the blind bag, so be it. We're all good here. So I like the old wizard. There's the Santa Claus, you know, murdering people, sticking arms and legs in the stockings. Hilarious. There's the evil Santa, which personally, I mean, that's a cool cover. I mean, that's kind of one that I think that I would want. I opened one of the Virgin covers. So there's the Mummy, right? So there's a cool one. This one reminds me of the Vampire Lestat, right? And the next one I'm going to show you is going to be my copy. I'm going to keep that one because that is very creepy and I love it. Good. Something dark side. Yes, there is another. Anyway, so yeah, that one's that one's going to be mine. But I'm going to give up the virgin copy because, you know, that's me. Some of the other things that came in, let's see. These are customer specific. We have volume 2 of The Moon is Following Us. I got one of the trade paperbacks for that. A new book, Final Fantasy 14, Light number 2. So I got a few of those novels here. And then Savage Conan Reforged. I got a few of those. That is also Savage Conan Reforged. Back Issues, which is just the comic book magazine. I'm going to start carrying that in the store, I think, because it's always fun to kind of read up on, you know, up and coming and artist interviews and stuff like that. And then Cryptology. This is obviously a horror themed book. A lot of horror fans out there. And that book has been around forever. But they just started carrying it on the routine. It's been selling out. I've actually ordered number 4 and number 5. I think I got number 3 when it got released, but that's number 6. So if you're interested in a copy of it, just message me. I'll throw one in your box. But they should be available for folks as well. But anyway, so that is stuff and things that has hit or will be hitting the shelf. It'll be in your box this afternoon. Weather should be good, according to the forecast. We have a light breeze out of the south that's going to be traveling 10 to 15 miles an hour. Expect casual and light rain this afternoon. A high of 28 degrees, but it should be good. And it will be a high of 54 tomorrow with a 90% chance of rain and accumulation up to 1 inch in areas. So please keep that in mind for your travel delays and forecasting. And this has been Mike with your weather update. You guys have a good day. It's a bit crazy, getting a little cabin feverish, but it's good. It's all good. I'm good. I swear to God, I'm good. I'll see you guys later. Excelsior.